I'm delighted to work with Jimmy because I've only worked on the radio with him.
It's terrifying. She's a bitch, she's unreasonable, she never turns up on time. She always insists everyone brings sweeties for her, otherwise she has a tantrum and goes to her dressing room.
You know the story is if you look round the table and you can't see anyone who's a monster, then you're the monster. I think I might be the monster. They're all very nice and we're having a good time so far.
Siobhan and I have been friends for many years and this is the very first time we've had a chance to be on stage together.
She's so close a friend, she's like family. And I wrote this play hoping, but not thinking that she would actually ever play Madeline in it.
So it's an absolute joy to be on stage with someone who I love so much and respect her work so much. She's a fantastic actress.
He's a terrible man for making you laugh. So it's going to be a whole new world of hell, I imagine, being on stage with him and not laughing when I'm not meant to be laughing.
I think the show comes as a result of Liz Lochhead's love affair with Moliere.
Thon and Molière isn't a history play. It's about these completely made-up characters out of some facts of Molière's life.
It's not just a knockabout Moliere comedy. It's not like that at all. I mean, it's about the life and the stresses and the darkness and the things that surrounded that man and that company while they were trying to produce very, very funny pieces of theatre.
I kind of hid in my house in my pyjamas for a couple of weeks and produced Act 1 for Mark Thompson, who was brave enough to go for it at that point.
She is very technically demanding as a writer because she writes her sentences in a way that sounds like real life, only better. So the obvious construction of a sentence is not what you'll get from Liz, and therefore it's quite difficult to learn. But once you've learnt it, it sounds like real life, only with a much faster beating heart and singing on a much higher note.
It's been an awful lot of fun, and we hope that at the end of the day we'll have something that the audience will share that fun in.
But I think it's funny, it makes me laugh. I mean, the funniest lines are the lines that the actors have come up with that have stayed in, that were better than what I had. 2 or 3 of them still crack me up if I think about them on the bus.
Well, I don't want to say too much about what people can expect because I think the people will come with perhaps a certain set of expectations because they're familiar with Liz's work, or they're familiar with some of Moliere's work, or they're familiar with the work that Liz has done on some of Moliere's plays, adapting them into Scots, and they might get a bit of a surprise.
I just hope that the Lyceum audience love this show as much as I do, because I think it's a delight.
3 words to describe what this show would be.
Comedy.
Theatrical.
Tragicomedy.
Funny.
It's very, very surprising.
Dark.
And life.
So I think some of the surprises will be delightful surprises and some might be a little bit shocking. It's not what you think it's going to be, and that's all I'm going to say about it.